Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, The Real Super Sam. Today is another Ultimate Spider-Man review and I hope you enjoy. Welcome to #Spider-Man Sunday. Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 5 adapted the Death of George Stacy arc into the Ultimate Universe. The first issue here, issue 28, was all about Peter Parker trying to leave school to fight a new rogue, the Rhino, but was always getting stuck in his situations, having the Parker luck delaying him. He took so long that we don't even see the battle, just the aftermath of Iron Man being victorious. After that, there is a bank robber dressed up as Spider-Man using web shooters and being pretty agile like the real one, except he brutalizes cops. The next night, Spider-Man, the real one, shows up to one of those bank robberies and gets shot down by the police. To not get arrested, Peter Parker hides overnight in a dumpster. It's moments, dark realistic moments like these happening to Spider-Man which distinguish the Ultimate Universe from 616. Peter tries to go to a hospital, but that doesn't work out for him. At school, Nick Fury sends the superhero Wasp over to fix him up. It's a cool crossover that happened and shows that maybe being properly of Nick Fury, so to say, has a lot of perks with it. The biggest thing that happened in this volume is the Ultimate Universe adaptation of the death of George Stacy. That day, the imposter Spider-Man was fleeing from the police, but his bag with explosives gets shot and starts to smoke, so he throws it into the crowd, and it's about to hit a kid, so Captain Stacy saves the kid, but the bomb falls on him instead. Spider-Man confronts the imposter during another bank robbery, and dishes out all sorts of poundings. I like the 616 death of George Stacy more. I guess Spider-Man could be sort of responsible for this since the crook based himself off of him and wouldn't have had George Stacy there at the moment to land below that backpack. But there's too many what ifs. In 616, Peter Parker also didn't directly cause the death, unlike Gwen Stacy's death, but there's a lot to think about with that since the kid would have been just burned by the pack probably, maybe not killed in time. In 616, he was going to be crushed by a chimney. He would have died. Maybe his death is better writing for George Stacy. Overall, I'd go with 616 one more. So Gwen Stacy has one of the worst moms ever and has nowhere to go after her dad died, so she lives with Aunt May. The superhero Ultimate Wasp makes a statement that encourages Pete to really destroy the imposter even before he causes the death of George Stacy. I loved the moment when Spider-Man unmasks the imposter and he turns out to be nobody, like how when supervillains rip off Spider-Man's mask in 616 and think the same thing. He almost kills the guy for what he did to Stacy and barely stops before he does, shocking himself to leaving the bank. This end issue though was a bit underwhelming. All the build up to this confrontation and nothing that big stood out. At the very end, after all the stress MJ has had dealing with Peter Parker in his Spider-Man life and the addition of Gwen Stacy moving into his house, Peter and MJ break up. I give this volume an 8 out of 10. It was perfect for what it gave us, so what if there was no real iconic supervillain Spidey fights here, but the last issue here was kind of disappointing, and the Ultimate Rhino was a worse tease here than in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Thanks for watching and have a good day.